everything falling apart? Are your relationships strained? Maybe your marriage is on the rocks. Everything feeling like a struggle. Maybe like a business that you started is falling apart. Basically, everything is going to shit. Chances are that's what's going on in your life because you clicked on this video. What the hell is going on, and why is it mirroring what's going on in the world? Because everything is changing. Everything is being destroyed. Everything is falling apart in the world, in our individual lives. What's it all about? How does it all tie together? And what does it mean? And more importantly, what can you do in order to kind of take hold of the situation and ride this wave and thrive on planet Earth? Hi, I'm Delphina. I'm a mystic healer, artist, entrepreneur, coach, and in the past 10 years, I've helped thousands of people unlock their power, their potential, and live lives of purpose so that they can thrive on planet Earth. Now back to the issue at hand. The first question being, why? Why is everything falling apart? Why is everything being destroyed out in the world and in your life? We didn't consciously think that we would want these challenges in this way, but we've been asking for change for a really long time. We've been working on changing the system. So many of the things that used to be problematic are being destroyed. And that mirrors in your life the things that were standing in the way of your brilliance are also falling apart. Here's the thing, when things start to fall apart, we just naturally tend to freak out. Even if it's something that you've wanted to create a change in, up level in order for that to happen, everything starts to break down. In order for the changes that you want for them to happen, everything needs to break down, everything needs to be destroyed, and the space for the new needs to be created. So we can see what's going on out in the world and how people are reacting to it, and then look at where that's also true in our own lives. So out in the world, people are freaking out. People are not okay with everything being just basically like the rug pulled out from under everyone and not being able to go to work, do their social activities and all of these things. But if you think about it, we've all been saying how this old system doesn't work. We've all been saying how tired we all are. We've all been saying, oh, if only I had the time and the opportunity to stay home and really focus on my passions, right? Want the change, but I don't want it this way. Well, you don't get to choose, because your higher self, the universe, orchestrating force, that force is in control. Whether you feel that force is within you, outside of you, if it's a co-creation, that force is already acting in your life and in our world and in our collective consciousness and in our experience as humanity and in our experience as these like spiritual beings, right? So this force is already going. You put in your request to the universe and then things start to manifest. So what do we do about it? Well, lucky you, I have a step-by-step plan for you to follow. So step one is to actually acknowledge what's happening and see it for what it is without assigning any of your judgment on it. Acknowledge what has happened, say it out loud. Step two, feel into your feelings. Really, really feel into all of the feelings. Allow yourself to grieve what's happening. Allow yourself to mourn. Allow yourself to scream. Allow the full expression of those feelings. And I know this is easier said than done, but to whatever degree you're able to give yourself the permission to feel, do so in step two. Step three, and this one is so important. Okay, you're ready? Release any victim consciousness programming. We all have it. I'm calling you out, I'm calling myself out, I'm calling all of us out. We all have victim consciousness programming to a certain degree. And if you don't do this step, if you don't work on this, then you'll never be able to pop out of this kind of, well, washing machine. So the way I see victim consciousness is like you feel like you're this sweater stuck in like the spin cycle in a washing machine, and you're just like being torn, and you're being destroyed by this washing machine. You're not a sweater. You are an infinite being of light, and you come from a source of love, and you are incredibly powerful. You're not a sweater. The universe is not a washing machine. So step 3, super crucial. Work on your victim consciousness programming. This is a big one. And if you'd like me to make a separate video on how to do that, let me know below. Step 4 in this process would be to realize and start to accept that whatever is over is not coming back. Whatever has ended, whatever is being destroyed is done. You can wish for the good old days of whatever was happening in your world to come back. You can spend a lifetime waiting and hoping and wishing and wasting away. Or you can use the raw energy of the destruction that has happened in order to build the new, as a fuel for building the new. And the second one is just a joyful place to be. Kind of what's happening out in the world right now. There are still so many people trying to cling on to the old ways, thinking that they are helping create change, but still holding on to old systems, old paradigms, old programming in government, in media, and all kinds of things, holding on to the old, believing that they're creating change, they're part of the change, and not really ready to embrace the new. But once we all, as a collective, individually and as a collective, accept that the old has been destroyed, good riddance, then we can really come together and build something new. This would be step 5, and it has its own little mini steps. Open your notepad in your phone or grab a piece of paper and pen, and let's do this. So I'm going to give you the steps, and then I'm going to ask you to do it after the video is over, because I would really love for you to watch this video till the end, because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I really, really, really would love to have this YouTube algorithm fall in love with me and my channel. So you are a very important part of that. And speaking of, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. I mean, only for that. What we're going to do now is, you don't need your writing instrument for this, but you're going to take a really deep breath in, all the way down to your toes, and then you're going to shake, 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 shake. You're going to shake your whole body, shake everything as you're exhaling. And then you're going to do that a second time. Breathe deeply. You're going to shake your whole body, and you're going to exhale and let it all out, okay? And once you've done that, you're going to close your eyes and think of someone that you love who also loves you. And it might be a pet or a parent. Like for me, I always think of my dog Stella. She's like my little angel. So think of someone who you love, and that will bring you instantly into a higher vibration. All right, and next you're going to set the timer for 20 minutes, and you're going to free write on the topic of what is the coolest, most amazing, most exciting, inspiring, happiest thing that could ever happen. Get into your kind of inner child self. Just write about what the coolest thing would be to ever happen. What are some, it doesn't even have to be realistic. What are some cool things, amazing things that could happen? Write for 20 minutes on that topic. And after you have that, you have a highlighter, and you're going to go through and you're going to underline, highlight all of the things that you wrote that resonate with you, all of the things that spark joy, Marie Kondo. Anything that sparks joy, anything that kind of goes within you, anything that makes you feel like, oh, I wish this would happen to me. Highlight all of those things. Once you've gone through and found your spark joy moments, you're then going to do kind of a scripting exercise. So you're going to take all of the things that you highlighted and write about them in the present tense as if they've already happened. So a scripting, you're going to script out what's going to be happening in your life next. Let's say one of the things that sparks joy is you're standing on stage sharing your story with thousands of people or millions of people, and you're inspiring people because of your story of triumph and victory over adversity. So you would write, I'm so happy and grateful and excited and overjoyed that I am standing on this stage at, I don't know, the O2 Arena in London, and I am sharing my story with the world. I am being telecast into national or international television. There are thousands of people hearing my story and being inspired by it. And this feels amazing, dream come true. And you're just gonna write it out in that way, in present tense, as it has already happened, and make sure that you write, make sure that you include the feelings that you're feeling when you're having this experience. And you're going to do that for all of all of the things that you've highlighted. You don't have to write every dream that you've ever had. The only things that go on here are the things that feel relevant right now. So there's only a certain amount of things that we can focus on in any given time. So you're focusing on the things that spark joy right now. Make sense? You now have this guide, this guidepost that you can come back to over and over and over and over again. Whenever you feel a dip, whenever you start to feel that victim consciousness creeping back in, whenever you feel like, oh, I've lost so much and everything is going wrong and I hate my life, you can come back to this document that you've created and see, okay, all of this old stuff has been destroyed. I lost job, partner, parent. I've lost so much, but I am heading towards this new place, and I'm going to use the fuel from the destruction of that of that old life in order to create this new life. The truth is, nothing ever stays the same in our life. Nothing ever, this whole experience of life is transient, right? We are temporary. Each one of us, it doesn't matter how healthy and spiritual and in tune you are temporary. I am temporary. Every experience here is temporary. And we seem to have a hard time coming to terms with that, hence our weirdness around death. But once you understand and accept that everything is temporary, then you can really start living. You can really release the fact that you may have lost that relationship, that job, that experience, that person, that opportunity, realizing that because everything is temporary, new opportunities, new experiences, new life force comes around all of the time, and you can then begin living in the present rather than the past or the future. Neither one is good. And as I've pointed out, that is what's happening in our collective as well as our individual, us recognizing as a collective that everything is temporary, and therefore we together can co-create this beautiful new experience. And it's crucial to to understand and respect, and really respect the sacredness, the need and sacredness for destruction in the process of creation. Because in order for something to be created, most likely what came before it will need to be destroyed, and in order to create the space and the fuel for the new. So that's what's happening in your life, and that is what's happening in our world. And the more we can flow with this destruction creation process, the more likely it is that we will be able to create the type of world that we've envisioned and dreamed of, rather than something that is a pasted together version of the past and some projected future. Really, the destruction is necessary in order to create the world of our dreams. Well, okay, so if you're still here, thanks so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for watching this video till the end. It means so much to me. You have no idea. It truly does. If you like this video, please subscribe, Share this video with a friend who you know needs to hear this message right now, and let me know in the comments what types of videos you'd like to see from me. What do you need support with? How I can help you thrive on planet Earth. And cheers, champagne cheers to all of us thriving on planet Earth together.